Well, welcome to Costa Rica. My name is Johnny from Johnny Knows Costa Rica. Today we're doing a special. It's not about healthcare. But you know what? It really is about healthcare because a home is where you live, breathe every single day. So it is about healthcare. And I'm going to show you why I went and stopped this spot here in Cartago to see these modular homes. But you know, Marcelo, tell us a little bit what makes this company special? You know, because everybody's building a modular home.
Yeah.
They're doing containers, they're doing, but what makes Adelanto that special that anybody should even consider you?
Yeah, well, the best case scenario or the best part about our company is the full package of service that we give to our customers.
So you're upfront.
Yeah, correct.
So being upfront in Costa Rica, it's almost like hitting the lottery.
Yeah.
And you know, talking, and when you're building something, it's like there's this other charge.
Yeah.
So that doesn't exist?
No, that doesn't exist with us because at the end we are a company that we grab our projects in 100% in our hands. Well, that means that we are not going to be using any third-party company that is going to be in charge of any process in your project. So at the end, we are the only ones that are going to be working on your project, and also this brings us a really high quality end to our products, right?
So it's turnkey.
Turnkey, totally, yeah.
So you could turn the key.
Yeah.
And that means I'm coming inside of my house.
Correct. Once we deliver the house is going to be ready to be habitated in the moment that we give you the keys.
Well, Marcelo, that's a lot of talk.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want, I can go ahead and show you the process.
Let's see the process.
Let's go.
Welcome back. Marcelo, what is this? This looks like some flat table. What is
Sure.
this about?
So these are the first steps for the production of your house. At the end, here's where the magic begins, let's say. Here we have the CNC machine, that is a cutting machine, a laser machine for our structural part of the house. We cut our wood really, really precise for us to go ahead and build the structure of your houses. Here in these beds that you can see here, these tables are where our guys build the structure of the house, and they put all the details for the structural part of the house to be standing up in a few seconds, right?
Wow. This kind of reminds me of an assembly line in the States when so a lot of this is kind of like very influenced with that type of the main idea of our type of modular construction system, we bring this idea from the north part of America and also from the north part of Europe, that this type of these places, they are really familiarized with this type of constructions since they have different type of climates throughout the year. Once they have for example snow, they cannot go ahead and continue with the production of constructions in concrete, right? Because those constructions that are directly in the property, they are paused by this type of environment. So if you bring this type of construction system, modular construction system, to a place like Costa Rica that you only have rain and sun, it is going to give you a lot of good things to your production, right? To your house. So what you're saying is that we're going to be efficient, bring a home to, and it's not like, Johnny, your house 5 months from now, but it's the day that you say that's going to be delivered.
Correct.
Because everything's in-house,
yeah,
under a roof. There's nobody saying that, oh, you know what, it's raining today, we can't do nothing.
Yeah, the high-end quality that we bring to our houses is totally true, because as you are saying, we're going to be building and making your house through Monday to Sunday. Every single day we're going to be working on your house, since it's a really secure environment for it, right?
You know what, we can hear right now because
sure,
we're on a Saturday,
yeah,
sitting here and they're working.
Correct, yeah, it's Saturday and they're working on some projects that we have right now, and that is the idea, to keep going even though it's Saturday, even though it's in the mid of the week.
Are we still in Costa Rica right now?
Yeah, it seems like it.
It's, when you look at companies like this and they're working on Saturdays, sometimes it's not very common always to be here. So I'm glad to see that they're continuing the production.
Yeah, and we always try to bring the people here so you guys can see who we are, how do we do our projects, and also it's going to give you a really good sense on the product that we bring to the table.
So you can touch it, feel it,
yep,
and good. Well,
correct.
this is the first part. We didn't got to go another section, right?
Yeah, so here is the cutting machine. Here is where we assemble the structural part of the house, and then we can go ahead and see where we create all the layers of
the layers in the house.
Okay. Yeah, of the house. Yeah.
We'll be right back. Welcome back, Marcelo. We're in this other section. What is this?
Okay, so in this section is where our guys put all the layers inside the walls that we have for our products, for our houses. All of our houses have a lot of layers inside the walls to make them totally insulated from the outside to the inside of the house, right?
So all the components that you need to have inside of a house, the electrical, the plumbing,
correct,
it's all inside the walls.
Yeah, everything is going to be inside the walls. Everything is going to be ready once we deliver the house to your property. So all of the connections of water and electricity are done in this section. The guys, once we finish the structural part of the house, the structure of the walls, we put the walls in this section, and the guys start making all the connections inside the wall.
I see that these have rails.
Correct. The rails are for the guys to start moving the structure of the wall through one point to the other, and start making all the filling up the wall with fiberglass, for example, in the other point of this section. And also in the other point of this section, they start putting the playrock, that is the external part of the house. So this is the section where they start making the details for the walls itself.
So again, this is an assembly type construction, modular, so when you go to the site, it's all together.
Everything is going to be almost ready. Once we deliver the house to your property, the house is delivered almost in 100% finished. The only things that we do in the property directly are the installation of the glass, for example, the sliding doors, or as well the final touches for the connections from each panel, right?
Okay. Well, let's get to the other panel. Let's get to the other section.
Yeah.
We're going to the other section, right? Welcome back. This is almost the final section, right?
Correct. This is almost the final section. In this section is where we put our houses that are already finished here in the factory to be transported to the property to be installed, okay?
But they're just panels.
Yeah, as you can see, this is the way that we disassemble the house. Once the house is already finished, we disassemble the house and we put it this way with the panels to be ready to be transported.
So you assemble it first to make sure everything fits?
Correct.
And then you put it in this way to transport it?
Correct. And right now also, there are some designs that we don't assemble in total because we already know and we already made all the experiments and all the
You already know if it works or not.
Correct. So there are some models that are already pre-designed that we know that those metrics, those planos works correctly and 100% safely. So we don't have to assemble the house entirely. The only thing that we do is the walls itself and put it ready to be delivered and installed.
Well, Marcelo, let's go look at that house that is already
Sure.
done.
Also, it's important to remember that we are a company that we have everything in our hands in 100%, including the furniture. So we are a company that here in the factory we build our houses, and at the same time we have a factory for our furniture as well.
Let's go check out the furniture.
Let's go.
Welcome back. We're at the last section at the house.
Yeah, this is the final product. As you can see, here is where the magic becomes reality, right? This is the Model S of our designs. This house takes around 2.5 months to be done. The installation just
2.5 months?
Correct, yeah, 2.5 months to 3 months to be the construction and make the installation. The installation part only has 15 days for durability, right? So the time for the installation is only 15 days and the construction side of the house is only 10 weeks, around 10 weeks.
So 2.5 months, it seems like I'm in another planet.
Yeah, I mean, we try to make the best case scenario for our customers in terms of making everything really easy for our customers. So at the end, the final process is that our customers, the only thing that our customers has to think about is about the deposits for the construction of the house, because at the end we are going to be in charge of everything.
How does that work? So is it 50%? We're outside. We're outside, guys. So is it 50% up front? How does it work?
So the first payment that you have to do is the preliminary process payment. So the preliminary process is for us to go ahead and work for the design of your house, to make the finishes for your house, to see the design, the architectonical plan of the distribution of your house. And once this is finished, that is just $1,500 to $3,000. Once this is finished, we start the formalization with a contract.
Okay, so and that's something that we can, that's all part of the program, because we want everybody to be with us, but also guide the
Correct.
whoever's buying. Now, I want you guys to think about something. One of the reasons why he's mentioned is, and I'm asking this, is because of the fact that a lot of times when you come to Costa Rica, building something, is that you don't take these things in the planos. You know what? Something that we didn't mention is a estudio de suelo.
Correct. Yeah. So we are also in charge to make, for example, the topography survey. If a property of our customer doesn't have this document, that is really is a must for us to have.
It's fundamental.
Yeah, it's fundamental to have it for us to go ahead and make the design of your house. If the customer doesn't have this process or this document, we go ahead and make it as well. We go ahead and make also the process for the permits of construction. That is something tricky here in Costa Rica for the people to go ahead and
It's trickier for you that know.
yeah.
It could be real tricky for somebody else.
Correct. So the people that comes to Costa Rica and wants to buy a property and to buy a house and to build their own house, we give them the entire solution for you to have your house in a reality. But without all of this process, there is a lot of
all the bureaucracy that's here.
Yeah.
Okay. So think of it as a toolbox that they're handing you that has all the tools inside, but it also has instructions.
Yeah.
And those instructions are, hey, you know what? You mentioned this last part is that water on the property. A lot of times we've seen a lot of people come in, and then when you're doing those studies, you'll find that they don't have access to water.
Yep.
Can you build in Costa Rica without water?
Well, sometimes what we do right now in those case scenarios is that we go to the property, we check out if the property has water, if the property has availability for the water. If it doesn't have it, we are the ones that we are going to help our customers to go ahead and reach out the municipality or the asada, that are the entities that give water to the properties, and we are the ones that making the pushing to bring the water to your property.
Okay, so they're not alone.
No, they are not alone in any part of the process of the project. From the beginning to the end, we are going to be hand by hand with the customer, guiding the process with all the professional people that is going to be in your project.
So key in hand, you're going to hand over a property of what it is done.
The time frame. The time frame for us to go ahead and, if we, for example, if we begin today a project that is today 30th of September, if I'm not wrong, if we today start a project, in the middle of December you are going to have your house totally finishing your property as well. Yeah.
So we can have the torrential storms, we can have a big earthquake on the other side of the country.
Yeah.
And your house is there on that day.
Yeah, there is not going to be any issues that are going to stop us to delivering the house in that specific day.
So your commitment to the contract is that if a date is set, that's what it is.
Yeah, and we also negotiate with the customer if there is any issue or if there is any problem with this process for the delivery. We are going to be the ones making taking in consideration the solutions that we have to take for us to give you the best process that we can give you. Yeah.
Well, thanks, Marcelo, for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you.
So those of you that are thinking to create in Costa Rica your home away from home, or maybe this is your second home or your Airbnb, check them out. Pura vida, and always be safe.